Mhm. What's up, Austin? Yeah, man. Do me a favor, let me know how the audio is coming through. Normally, I use this mic, but we're going with this guy tonight. Give me a thumbs up if you hear the audio all right, and maybe this background music's a little loud, so we can deal with that here in a second. There we go. All right. So if someone watching this can give me a thumbs up if you hear the audio all right, then I will continue. Welcome, everyone. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear this coming through. All right, Victor, thanks, my man. So, normally, maybe we do an IG Live, but tonight I wanted to say what's up to our YouTube community, and really excited to share with you about our very first worship drummer meetup. Looking good, Pastor. Thanks, man. I try. My wife keeps me in check on that one. So, we'll get rid of that music because if you know me, I get very easily distracted. All right, so tonight I wanted to just let you know about something really cool. I've announced it already on Instagram, and we've got a good number of people signed up, but I'm excited to just share this with our YouTube family. So, Worship Drummer YouTube family, we are doing our first ever Worship Drummer meetup. It's going to be September 18th. And if you don't know the city, you can maybe guess in the comments. But I'm going to just go ahead and tell you it's going to be in Nashville. And I'm going to share with you right here our event page. I understand that not all of you, maybe very few of you perhaps, would live in Nashville, but it's the first time we're trying this. Everything we've ever done has been digital, it's been online, and I'm trying for the very first time this worship drummer meetup in Nashville. It's going to be hosted at, and I'm very excited for this, as you can see on the screen here, Tempo Cafe. And you know what? Let me just share it. Let's do it this way. There we go. So it's going to be at Tempo in Nashville. And for those of you who don't know Tempo, Javier Solis plays percussion, at least currently right now, for Lauren Daigle. And if you know the Israel New Breed stuff, he's played on a ton of those ones, if not all of them. And was at Lakewood before that. So very accomplished musician, world renowned, if I might add. And he owns this cafe called Tempo in Nashville. And we've worked out an amazing opportunity to host this worship drummer meetup there. So thanks, Javier, for opening up the space and making it possible. That's number one. Number two, why are we doing this, right? So the mission or vision of Worship Drummer has always been to equip, encourage, and inspire local church drummers all over the world, and or globally, as we say on the website. So, you know, one of the ways, yes, we've done like online courses. We equip with podcast. We bring inspiration through Instagram, the drum cam vids right here on YouTube. All of those fall into one of those three buckets. And I thought, you know what? How crazy and cool would it be to gather worship drummers in one city? And it's not my home city, so I'm, you know, going into new territory as well on this. But I'll be in Nashville for a church conference, but I arrive a day earlier. So I'm like, man, I got a night in Nashville. What are we going to do? So that's where the idea was birthed. And the idea of a meetup is to just have a space where we can come in, and it's less about networking and it's more about like just, hey, how are you doing, man? How's life? How are the kids, and how's the family? And you know, maybe we'll talk about drums, but I'm hoping um, for community to happen. And fellowship is biblical, by the way, and I'm believing for some great conversations. And so that's my heart behind this meetup. And who knows, maybe we'll come to your city and do one. I've had someone in California, someone in Australia say come, and I'm like, you know, sure, but how do we make it make sense? Because I'm a full-time lead pastor trying to lead this community. So super excited for what we're doing in Nashville. I'm pleased to say we have over 30 people already signed up to come, and who are going to be there. There are some drummers, worship drummers that you would definitely know. So I'm very excited just to see friends. We're going to, obviously, like I said, have great conversation. There's going to be great coffee and also some fresh tacos available for purchase. And that's Javier, and that's what Tempo does. So we want to honor the business side of it, and the event is free to attend. Worship Drummer is covering the cost of the venue, and so also very grateful. I reached out to a couple of friends in Red Cymbals and also Vertical Drum Co. And very excited to say that we're going to have a giveaway of an amazing, I'll say, worship drummer style crash cymbal. It's 20-inch. It's going to sound amazing on your kit. And then also an amazing snare drum. If you go on our Instagram, you'll see a video that Josh from Vertical made. Um, and so part of that night is we want to be a blessing, not just in the conversation and facilitating the space, but that some of you will leave, with a lot of encouragement, of course, but even some cool swag. So very grateful to Red Cymbals and Vertical Drum Co. And, that's really the goal of the night. If you want to register, I should have probably put it right here in the comments, but you know what? Let's do this. We're sharing this screen. I'm going to grab this link and I'm going to paste it right here for y'all. So that's the Eventbrite link. If it's too complicated and maybe you're watching this later, you can just go to worshipdrummer.com and it's right there at the top, the big blue button to say register. And we'd love to see you out if you're there. There is limited space available. So that is that part of the night. And really the intent of this video and this live is just to share that news. I'm excited for it. I hope that you are. If you're not in Nashville and maybe this is something you're actually serious about, shoot me a DM on Instagram or send an email to info@worshipdrummer.com, and let's just dream a bit and see what we could do. Lastly, I just want to say, how are you guys doing? I'm just checking. If you want to put it in the comments, maybe I can pray for you. I know this is almost 10 minutes. It's probably 10 minutes too long, but I just want to say, hey, we're here for each other. And even if you want me to do more lives like this, guys, let me just say, if you have a prayer request, put in the comments. I'll just fill you in a bit. I'm a lead pastor here in Toronto. And, so my mind is wired for ministry first. And that's really the heart of how Worship Drummer was started. And God gave me that phrase, heart before beat. And I don't want it to just become a hashtag that we throw in there or just a cliche line that we put. So heart before beat is what I always try to put before me. It's like, John, do it for the right motive, have the right heart about all of this stuff. Tell our worship drummers, when I feel like we're starting to veer off. So that's my heart. I'm ministry first. That's how I lead my church. and it's also how I want to lead our community. So let's continue to put the heart before beat. I'm going to take this off now. But thanks so much, guys. I don't see any comments that came in for prayer, but I just want to encourage you, if you're serving this coming weekend, and all the more, bless the Lord with your gifts, bless people with your gifts, and be a blessing to your team, not a burden. And I also want to take it one step further. If you're not serving or you're not scheduled to serve this weekend, be a worship leader from wherever you're planted in the congregation. And what we don't want to be is leading worship well on the stage, but then being in our seat and being very critical, or analytical perhaps. So let's be leading worship from wherever we are, whether it's behind the drum seat or the drums, or it's in your seat within the congregation. So that's it, guys. Just looking at some comments. Thanks, Pastor, the great drum. I am in need of prayer for my career of drumming. All right. Well, the great drum, not sure if you're already a full-time musician or if it's something you aspire to do, but let me pray. Father, I thank you for the opportunity we have to come to you. And Lord, I thank you that there's a responsibility that we each have with our gifts and with our talents. We're not to bury them, but instead we are to offer them, to invest in them, and to see your kingdom advance. So, Lord, I just pray for this request from the great drum. Um, Whatever his aspirations are for a career in drumming, Lord, I pray, if it's your will, that you would open the door, that, Lord, you would just keep their heart in check, and let fame not be the motive. But Lord, even as you choose to give platforms to different people, I pray that there would still be a humility and, Lord, a desire to use that platform for your honor and your glory. And so, God, I just pray that over every worship drummer, and give us a wonderful rest of the day or night, depending on where we are. So, God bless you guys. I'm John Manna from Worship Drummer. And remember, if you're in Nashville, September 18th, would love to see you there. It's free. The link is in the live chat here, or just go to worshipdrummer.com and you can catch all the info there on our Eventbrite page. So that's it. Love you guys. Always remember, keep the heart before beat.